man. Very strong in the air. Scored a few goals for Sundowns this season, mainly from set pieces. Good skill from Mazraoui. Took that one down really well. Here's Saiss. Aguirre. Wide to Hakimi. And Morocco bolding, as they did many times in the World Cup, just floating it forward, taking a lot of players out of the equation. Abu Khlal pulls it back now. Is there a chance for a shot to come in? They're waiting to try and line it up. Here's Ziyech, sets it up again. Ball into the area. Williams has to react, and reacts well. Needed to come, needed to get that. But Hakimi just whipping it in from the right-hand side and proving dangerous. See, they're reluctant to shoot, and then the chance goes a-begging. They have to rebuild it again. And in the end, it's fairly comfortable for a goalkeeper of Ronwen Williams' class. Williams, today it's his 33rd cap. 11 clean sheets. He keeps a clean sheet once every 3 games. 278 appearances for SuperSport United before moving to Sundowns. Took over the captaincy, of course, of the national team from Thulani Hlatshwayo for that double-header against Liberia, and has kept it. And he's praised by his coach Hugo Broos for his leadership qualities. Really is a key man, top goalkeeper in the country. But he's got a very good debutant sitting on the bench in Veli Motwa. This man, Kulu, as I said, plays for Toran Tovuz in Azerbaijan. He was born in Durban. Former Chiefs, Sundowns and Maritzburg United player. Also spent 3 years playing in Russia and 2 years playing in Israel. Now play can continue. Morena with a throw is having a good game wide on the right-hand side in the position normally occupied by Papi Mobi, who's sitting on the bench today. A lot of confidence from the South African ball players in midfield, but now overdoing it a little bit. That's an important challenge. A very, very good challenge. A crucial challenge. Stopping the attack in its tracks. They've been very good defensively. That's Obas on debut. Referee says the ball was out of play. Let's have a look at this again. This man, Mayambela. But it is the number 15 on his debut. It looks as if he's been playing for the national team. This starting lineup today for Idrissi getting his head to the ball. And ball played in, and his header there was way, way off target. Hasn't really had a clear sight at goal. That's the best chance he's had inside the opening half hour. And it remains 1-0 to South Africa, and so far they're good value for that lead. South Africa confident again, getting it out of defence quite comfortably here. They'll be very satisfied with the way that things have gone. Morocco have had a lot of the ball in midfield, particularly on the left-hand side. But they haven't really used the opportunities that have come their way. Morena skips past one challenge, skips past another challenge, and then he's fouled. Fourteenth cap for him today, Tapelo Morena. And the Moroccan number 8, Youssef Maleh, and he plays for Lecce in Italy, making sure that he won't advance. Now the ball played forward, but the offside flag was up, so nothing given on that occasion. Yet again, the Cameroonian assistant here on the near side flags. Seem to go just too early. It's tight, but it's right. Saiss. Aguirre. Hakimi. It's a nice play by the Moroccans. Their build-up play is decent. Now they're bringing Hakimi into it much more on the right-hand side. Just looking for an opening. South Africa well organised defensively, and they have to switch play to the left this time. To Mazraoui. Saiss. Morocco building patiently. Patience is the name of the game for them. Good skill. Now South Africa might be able to break. Here's Tembazwane, place it forward into space, asking a lot. In the end, asking too much of his teammates on that occasion. Mayambela. Just signs that this Moroccan side, even though they've played some nice football, haven't really gelled properly as yet. Made a few mistakes, the passes have gone astray. There's Ino Mayela. Nice touch on. Keeps the ball in play well. Lepasa. Looking to twist and turn, still going. Lepasa, there was nice skill. Mayela. They were former teammates at Pirates. Now, ball being brought across here to Tapelo Morena. He was asking a lot for him to pluck that one out of the air and control it, and he just couldn't do it. So this match, of course, in Group K. Important fixture. Morocco currently top of the group, but as things stand at the moment, South Africa with the 3 points, if they hang on for the win here, would put them top, but they'd be finished their matches after today. Morocco still have the home tie against Liberia, the only other side in the group. These two sides are both qualified for Côte d'Ivoire and the African Cup of Nations. South Africa will be going there for the 11th time. This is lovely, skillful build-up work. Mshishi taking it forward again. Now, wanting a run through the centre. Lepasa trying to hold it up. He takes the throw himself. South Africa wanted to keep the momentum going. There's nobody in the box, though, in a yellow shirt, so they have to check back. And now ping the ball across to Percy Tau. Good skill from him. Needs help, though. Morena. Nice little touch on Mayambela. Morena back into the box. Referee blows his whistle. Spots an offside in there. Have a look at this work again. Not actually sure what the referee blew for there. I thought it was an offside, but there's no clear offside in that move. So maybe he saw something off the ball. Hugo Bruce, and behind him Grant Johnson, of course, was a goalkeeper of Pirates for many, many years. Played for Pirates in goal in the Ellis Park disaster of 2001. A tragic night for football. A number of fans lost their lives in a crushing footballing stadium incident. Ron Johnson was in goal for Pirates that night against Chiefs. He's now part of the assistant coaching staff of the Belgian Hugo Broos. Twilight descends on the Calabash. Man down is Mazraoui. Supposed to be wide on the left-hand side, but finding himself now down on the ground, which means they've got a bit of a hole there South Africa could potentially exploit. It's the 25-year-old Mazraoui. Here's Percy Tau. Just shows him his boss, and Percy Tau, as we've mentioned, already on a yellow card, that early yellow card. He's just got to be careful. He does play the ball, but he takes no nonsense, does Percy Tau, and sometimes it comes back to haunt him. Man born in Burgersfort, these days known as Dipale. Not sure Mazraoui will be able to continue from those gestures. There might be a change here for the Moroccans. He's got to be delighted with the way that his side have responded. Here's the goal. Corner played short, and then Percy Tau whips an innocuous ball into the box, and nobody can quite believe that the goalkeeper's done that. Tau gets credited with his 14th Bafana Bafana goal. That was certainly not in the script. They are certainly excited about things. There are Moroccan pockets of supporters in that stand, but the bulk of them, of course, shouting for the home nation. Ziyech coming deep here. Here's Aguirre, goes back to his goalkeeper. And now Saiss having to fill in on the left-hand side because of the fact that the number 3 is not on the park. He's waiting to come back on. He's walking gingerly on the side of the field. Hasn't entered the play as yet. Needs direction from the 4th official to be able to do that. And now he's back on, walking rather gingerly. We're going to have to keep an eye on him. There you see him, bottom of your picture, number 3. And he's on the ball now. Certainly took a heavy tackle from Percy Tau. Lovely ball played forward here. Not well controlled though at all by Oussama Idrissi. Born in the Netherlands. So many of these Moroccan players were born in various countries in Europe. A lot of them in Italy, some in France, some in the Netherlands. 1 or 2 in Spain. Gonna have to keep an eye on him. And there you see, he just tries to push Percy Tau back. That's reciprocation for the earlier tackle. Just pushes him in the back. Unfortunately for him, he does it right in front of the linesman. Mvala. Lepasa. It's not the tallest of men, and Saiss easily beats him in the air. Idrissi. Mazraoui. Now Aguirre. The build-up play's been good, Morocco. Been neat on the ball. South Africa haven't applied a high press. So when they've had it amongst their back 4, it hasn't really been an issue for them. It's more when they've looked to attack. South Africa have closed them down well. There have been some really good tackles from Obas and from Motobi Mvala. There's Hakimi with a throw. So Morocco drawing 0-0 with Peru and then 0-0 with Cabo Verde. A rather surprising result against the minnows of Africa in their build-up to this match. The referee sees nothing wrong. That's lovely skill from Percy Tau. Gets out of jail there. Needs some help from Lepasa. And now the little flick on again. This could be promising. Oh, there were possibilities there, but the offside flag has gone up yet again. And South Africa showing a lot of skill. And certainly the training camp that they've had has made a big difference. There's going to be a change here. I think that the number 3 cannot continue for Morocco. And they're going to bring on the man from Burnley, Anas Zarouri, who's going to come on. And indeed, Mazraoui coming off, and Zarouri is on. Five minutes to go then until the break, and Morocco forced into a change. Things certainly aren't going their own way. They've got the Burnley man, Anas Zarouri, born in Belgium, wearing number 10. He's come on to the park, joined the World Cup squad, replacing the injured Amin Harit, and played a big part in that World Cup. International debut against Georgia in November 2022. So he's on to replace the number 3, Mazraoui, who took a very, very hard challenge from Percy Tau. Tried to run it off, couldn't. And he's off the park now, and you can sense that this game's getting a bit niggly now. This is Mayambela going in on Hakimi. One thing about the South Africans, they're playing with a swagger. They're little one-touch passes, sometimes blind passes, showing a lot of confidence that we haven't seen from this team for some time. So the training camp they've had in Pretoria under expert facilities at the High Performance Centre that they've had in the build-up to this match has certainly helped them. They've come together as a team, predominantly local-based team. Oh, that's a shocking mistake from the Moroccan defence. Now there's a chance here for Lepasa. Tries to slot it past the goalkeeper and he can't. had a chance there, similar to the situation he had in Liberia. And Zakele Lepasa was played in. It's a terrible defensive error, and he just has too much time to think about it. The defenders come across, try and put him off, but the keeper has certainly settled down after a terrible mistake after 5 minutes, which separates the sides. Now, Hakimi on the overlap, whipping it into the area. Solid goalkeeping from Ronwen Williams, South Africa's local goalkeeper of the season. But a real golden chance for Bafana at the other end, ranked 66th in the world. And Lepasa would have put money on himself to score, looking for his third goal in national team colours. Now foul on Mshishi. Tembazwane has been excellent today. And he gets fouled. So here is Lepasa. He knows he's got to control the ball. It almost just runs away from him, and it gives time to Aguiar and to Saiss to come across and try and put him off. Just needed to place that a little bit better into the corner, and South Africa would have doubled their lead. So the home side today, starting with 5 Sundowns players, 1 each from Pirates, SuperSport United and TX Galaxy, and 3 overseas-based players in the starting lineup today. Williams' distribution's not good for a change, and now he's invited pressure, but the cross is disappointing. Ronwen Williams made his debut for Bafana 9 years ago under coach Gordon Egersund against Brazil. It was an eye-opener for the home side. They lost 5-0 in that fixture. But he really has established himself as the #1 goalkeeper in the country. One of 3 goalkeepers in the squad, Veli Motwa, Amazulu goalkeeper, who did really well when Amazulu had that great run to the MTN 8 final, where they lost eventually to Pirates. He's the deputy, and Ricardo Goss, SuperSport United goalkeeper, who is always unlikely to play. Good tackle again, preventing the cross from coming in. You can see Morocco getting a little bit more urgent now, and in the end another error. They just seem to be losing confidence there, and Messrs Jordan and Matsepe looking on again, wondering how long this can last, but they'll be very, very happy with what they're seeing so far from the home side. So just reminding you that next month the draw for the World Cup qualifiers takes place. 54 nations in Africa will be split into 9 groups, and the group winners will all go through to World Cup 2026. Innocent Mayela saying, no, I didn't commit a foul there. The referee saying, yes, you did. And he's given a free kick to the Atlas Lions. Bafana certainly holding their own in this fixture so far. They've had the better chances. They could have been 3 or 4 up. Here's the man who plays for Chelsea, the vice-captain, Hakim Ziyech. Some people call him Ziyech, but I've been assured his correct pronunciation of his surname is Ziyech. They call him the Wizard. What can he do here with that educated left foot? Now would be a great time for Morocco to score just before half-time. And the South Africans are saying, hang on, that's not a corner. And the referee saying, you're right. Ball whipped into the area, dangerous free kick. The in-swing is always a difficult one to deal with. And in the end, I think it comes off Aguiar, who goes up for it. Does indeed come off the shoulder, the number 5. So we are into time added on at the end of this first half. Stadium now properly under full illumination from the floodlights. It's been a very entertaining first half. In what many were calling a dead rubber, it's been anything but. Bafana out to prove a point. Morocco out to show their status as the top team on the continent. And so far it's the home team, and it's that man's goal that separates the sides here today. Has been a very exciting first 45 minutes of action. Interesting to see what the coaches do in terms of giving some of the other players a chance and freshening things up for the second half. That should be a free kick to Morocco, and will be. Foul committed on the number 14, Abu Khlal, man from Toulouse in France. who's played the Netherlands under 17, 18, 19 and 20 before switching allegiance, also part of PSV in Holland before moving to France for his club football. South Africa get the free kick. They're just ticking down the clock now ahead of half-time. They'll be very satisfied with the way that the first half has gone, and Ronwen Williams on his way potentially to a 12th clean sheet in national team colours. He's been around for a long time, just 31 years of age. It's a decent age for a goalkeeper. And as he takes that free kick, the referee decides that's enough. Half-time it is at the Calabash. Percy Tau's goal, probably he was more surprised than anybody else. Got a yellow card after that. That man, Zakele Lepasa, could have added to that scoreline. Morocco have had chances few and far between. Percy Tau going to have a word with the linesman on the near side, saying, you didn't need to interfere, I didn't deserve a yellow card. But he is on a yellow card. But that man in blue committing a howlish error. And there's a lot of chatting going on. Hakimi talking to the officials and wanting clarity on a couple of decisions. Hakimi's been fouled a number of times in that first half, wanted maybe more action to be taken by the referee, who says he's in control. Half-time it is then at the Calabash. Very, very entertaining game in this AFCON qualifier, Group K. It's South Africa who lead Morocco by 1-0. So, possession predominantly belonging to Morocco. The attempts in total, 6 of them for Morocco, but more of them on target for South Africa. Just the 1 yellow card for Percy Tau. But of course, the stat that really matters is the score. And South Africa lead on the scoreboard by 1-0. And the South Africans just standing by their dugouts at the moment, waiting to get last-minute instructions before they enter the field of play, hoping to continue what they did in the first half, where they were extremely good. Although Morocco had more of the possession, at the end of the day, it was the home side who made the most of the chances that they had, although they were gifted a goal. No clear-cut changes that I can pick up for you here, other than that one that happened late in that first half with Zaroury coming on in place of Nuser Mazraoui, who tried to run off that challenge but wasn't able to do so after that foul by Percy Tau. So the South Africans in a huddle now. They'll hope for more of the same. Hakimi, who had a lot to say to the referee at half-time. They were in an earnest discussion. But the second half will get underway. Morocco playing in their all-white kit, South Africa in their yellow and green. And they're still arguing the peace, with the official from Chad, Al-Hadi Mahamat. So what can Morocco offer in the second half? South Africa will be playing from right to left, and they will kick off in the second half at the Calabash. Referee's whistle, and away we go. 45 more minutes of action, and that will bring to an end South Africa's campaign in the qualifiers of AFCON, where they've already qualified. So too have Morocco, but they could sit top of the group tonight if they can hang on to the win, or indeed add to it. Four in the midfield. Tebogo Mokoena, the man who provided the assist for the goal, played the ball back to Percy Tau to whip that cross in. There is Percy Tau, 14 goals for the national team now, earning the free kick. Abu Khlal getting back for Morocco. No changes for Hugo Broos. Hakimi. As I say, helped Inter to their first Serie A title in 11 years after being transferred, and then signed a €60 million deal to join PSG. Had a great time at the World Cup. Launched a lot of Moroccan attacks down the right-hand side. Talking about down the right-hand side, here comes South Africa again. Ball into the centre, could go anywhere, and then the deflected shot is blocked, and in the end Hakimi gets in the way and clears the danger under much pressure. Zaroury playing it back to his teammate. For a brief moment there was an opening again. Ziyech going back to Aguiar. Morocco just slow it down and build again. Idrissi. They fill in well in defence. They're being allowed to have very little pressure when they have the ball in their own half. But then South Africa deny them a chance to move the ball forward. And that's what the home side have done so successfully. And they'll attack again from deep. That's a nice ball. Now suddenly 3-on-3. Is there an opportunity? Mayambela calling for the ball. He's not going to get it. Now he gets in. Mayambela hits it through the keeper. And then the knock-in. The flag stays down. And South Africa have a goal. And this time Lepasa makes no mistake. He's doing the Clive Barker celebration. The plane is taking off. Lepasa scores for the third time in Bafana Bafana colours. He's had chances in the first half. He's converted in the second half, a sitter of an open goal that presented itself for him, and he's knocked it into the net. Mayambela would have been looking to score that goal. They're doing it for Clive Barker. Well, the dog is barking, and Lepasa has knocked in the simplest goal he'll ever score, but they took their time about getting this move right. Eventually the ball reaches Mayambela, the keeper saves it, doesn't know where it's gone, and there's Lepasa following up to knock it into the net. Should have been Mayambela's goal, it's Lepasa's goal. The two men who scored against Liberia, and South Africa are in seventh heaven at the moment. They lead by 2-0. Ronwen Williams can hardly contain his delight. How do Morocco respond to this? It's not what they expected. They beat Brazil not so long ago in March by 2-1. They don't have the services of Boufal today. They don't have Amrabat today. Some stalwarts from that World Cup campaign are having a job to do. South Africa are playing with confidence here. Much improved performance from what we saw against Liberia. Now the ball played out of defense. Percy Tau has a lot of work to do on his own here. Tries to buy a foul. The officials are not buying it. Did well enough there, Percy Tau. Man playing with a lot of confidence. Needed two Moroccans to stop him. Aguier and Abu Khlal. How do Morocco respond to this? Conceded a goal early in the first half, conceded a goal early in the second half. South Africa just opened them up, alarmingly so. It was a good save initially by the goalkeeper, and luckily for him the ball rebounded to Lepasa, who could hardly miss. Morocco need a response, and quickly. Of course, South Africa in their last home game were 2-0 up after 22 minutes against Liberia at Orlando Stadium, just up the road. And they conceded 2 late goals in that one. Hakimi here fouled by Mayambela. And Morocco have a free kick in a dangerous position. Mihlali Mayambela just taking out the legs of Hakimi, who's too skillful for him, too much trickery. And he had to stop him by hook or by crook. So Ziyech with that educated left foot caused trouble in the first half from a set piece. Can he do something again here? That's overhit, and Ronwen Williams can let it go, and he's quite happy to let it go. Moroccan supporters here in front of us certainly not happy with that set piece. Here go Bafana trying to do something on the counter-attack with a Route 1 ball. Male, Idrissi, Ziyech does well to keep it in. Defensive header is a powerful one, but Morocco will come again. Idrissi looking for options. Got Mokoena in the way. Loza. They really are defending stalwartly, are the South Africans. Hakimi overruns the ball. There might be something on the break here. They try and play it skillfully out of midfield. Morocco doing well to stop that attack. Loza. Abu Khlal. Be a Moroccan free kick, in a throw-in rather, in an attacking position. Kulu needs to be careful defensively. Good block. This is where South Africa have been so good. They've put their bodies on the line on countless occasions. They've stopped the attacking sorties of the North Africans. That's Kulu, who's been so solid defensively, the man who plays his club football in Azerbaijan. Hakimi wanting it, doesn't get it. They go a more forward-minded route. Ziyech overhits the pass. Just trying to create something there and overdoing it. Hakim Ziyech, one of 3 Moroccans in the starting lineup today who is 30 years of age or over. It's his 54th appearance today, the Chelsea man. Born in the Netherlands in a place called Dronten. Aguirre. Ball has gone out of play. Bouchlal can't keep it in, and it's been a problem for Morocco. Made lots and lots of mistakes. It just seems as if the urgency is not there for them today. And when they've tried to put their foot on the pedal, hasn't always worked. Looked like a foul from behind. Referee's letting it go. Ten minutes into the second half, and it's about as good a start to the second half as it was to the first half for the host nation. A tap-in goal for Lepasa, his third. Mayambela should have scored the goal. Keeper made a good save, and now there's a possibility for more here. Tight angle, keeper does well. The angle was always against Lepasa on that occasion. Here is Aguirre to clear, but you just sense Morocco, the urgency for them is not here. Not so long ago they beat Brazil in March by 2-1. Boufal and Sabiri on the score sheet on that occasion. They then drew 0-0 against Peru, having Boufal sent off, and drew 0-0 against Cabo Verde in the warm-up game for this. It's a tight angle here for Lepasa. Here come the Moroccans. Let's not forget, South Africa were 2-0 up in 22 minutes in their last match against Liberia at Orlando Stadium, and then conceded 2 late goals, 2-2 draw. They had to do the business in Monrovia. They went across there and found themselves behind before Mayambela and Lepasa scored the goals that mattered. Here's Lepasa, tight angle. He's not really going to test the goalkeeper too much for that occasion, but I must compliment the central defenders of South Africa, Kulu and Mvala, who've been excellent today. They put their bodies on the line and made vital blocks. Here's Tau, and they'll build again. Will the side in yellow, playing with a swagger that we haven't seen from them for quite some time. This week at the High Performance Center in Tshwane has certainly done wonders for this team, because they've had the opportunity to have a camp during the week, to settle down, to get to know each other better. 6 members of the squad in total are overseas based. Many of the players local based. 8 Sundowns players in the squad, 3 each from Pirates and SuperSport United, 1 each from Sekhukhune United and from TX Galaxy, and 6 overseas based players. So the team who play their home ground, who home the games here, Kaizer Chiefs, not having a single representative. Probably the biggest club in this region, the most supported club. They're going through a bit of a lean patch at the moment, ending only 5th in the league. Here's Sais. Referee flags, rather awards the free kick against Sakele Lepasa. Lepasa, 26 years of age, one of the younger members of the squad. Went on loan at Stellenbosch and TX Galaxy and SuperSport. During his time at Pirates. Here's Hakimi. It's a nice pass, but it might still work. And in the end, South Africa concede a corner they didn't need to concede. He's the hard man, Motobi Mvala, born in the Free State in a town called Tiernissen. He's spent 6 seasons at Highlands Park, scored 39 goals. He's been at Sundowns since 2020. And now it's a corner. South Africa scored the opener from a corner. Ziyech goes far post, good header away. That's been the commitment from the South African team, who've been hungrier all day. But at the moment they can't get out of their own half. Throw taken quickly by Idrissi. Terrific atmosphere in the stadium. This is a scoreline many would not have believed possible. It just shows you what team spirit does, what playing at home does. When you've had confidence and you've had the proper preparation in your build-up work. Ziyech cuts inside, tries a left-footed shot. That's a brilliant goal. That is a brilliant goal from the Chelsea man. And belief has returned for the North Africans. It is 20th goal for Morocco in his 54th international. And if he'd been scoring goals like that for Chelsea this season, they might have done better in the English Premier League. The man they call the Wizard, that's a wizard goal. Terrific score from Hakim Ziyech. He's the youngest of 9 children in his family, born in the Netherlands. You see, he gets a lovely bit of service. He's got a lot to do here. He shows the defender to the inside, then goes on the outside. That finish is excellent. And even though Ronwen Williams was reasonably well positioned, he can't stop it. It's perfect as far as the supply is concerned, and the finish is even better. And the former Heerenveen, Twente and Ajax man has given his side a lifeline. No clean sheet for Ronwen Williams today. And on the hour mark, it's 2-1 and it's game on. How does South Africa respond to this? They've been in complete control, while Morocco are responding by being about to introduce 3 changes to their side. This is going to be interesting. They really are giving their players a chance, making changes aplenty. We'll talk about that in just a moment, because they've now got defending to do. But they are going to bring on Abdelhamid Sabiri in the midfield. He's the man who started against Côte d'Ivoire. They're also going to bring on Tariq Tissoudali, who's a striker. He came on as a sub against, I say against Côte d'Ivoire, I beg your pardon, I meant to say against Cabo Verde in their warm-up game. And they're also going to introduce Jawad Al-Yamik, who played a big part in that World Cup campaign. So those are the players waiting to come on. As coach Reguagui is blinking first here. So here are the changes. Let's see who comes off. So those are the men coming on. Just to repeat, Tissoudali is number 23. Sabiri is number 11, and Al-Yamik is number 18. They're the men introduced. And we'll just confirm all those changes for you. So Saiss, Romain Saiss is off. So somebody else has to take over the captain's armband. And Usama Idrissi also off the field. Now, is there something on here for South Africa? Well, not happening here at the moment, and Morocco quickly closed that down. So they've made 4 changes now. South Africa yet to make a change. But with that goal that has been scored, it certainly has opened things up a lot in terms of the game. South Africa showing the hunger, but Morocco suddenly back in it, and they're playing with a lot more belief all of a sudden. They've made the changes. Here's Ziyech again with that educated left boot, and that cross going to the far post. That doesn't this time trouble Ronwen Williams. Well, the stadium now is illuminated by the supporters. We'll show you that in just a moment. They're all holding up their phones and producing a light show spectacularly. Almost looks like it's snowing in the stadium. Terrific atmosphere provided by the crowd, who are still in buoyant mood because South Africa are still leading, but Morocco are very, very much back in this. Tau. Ball is just about kept in play, and then South Africa get the throw-in. This man has been really good today. South African number 23, Tapelo Morena. And they sustain the attack here. Lepasa. Looking for openings, probing with their nice one-touch football. That's excellent play. Here's Mshishi. What can he do? Looks for support out wide. Mayambela takes it on for South Africa. Looking for openings. Plays almost a defence-splitting pass there that could so easily have worked. Just didn't. But the pressure remains on. And in the end, the referee has his hand up because the linesman on the far side is flagged for offside. But that just shows you the confidence that Hugo Broos has instilled in the side during the build-up. So there you can see 3 players, in fact, offside, and the linesman got that absolutely right. So 25 minutes to go. 2-1, the score. South Africa maintaining the pressure. It's a nice ball away to the far side. Percy Tau has found space for himself, and he easily drifts past Abu Khlal. That's a beautiful defence, splitting pass now. Is there an opportunity here? An opening Lepasa. He's facing the wrong way, and he needed to swivel and turn and strike that absolutely perfectly, and he did not do so. Could have had about 6 goals today, Zakele Lepasa. In the end, he scored 1 to give his side a 2-0 lead, scoring in back-to-back games for his country. Abu Khlal, poor pass, gives the ball away, and here comes South Africa again. Lepasa. It's good, strong defending. Very, very good, solid defending by the substitute, Al Yamik. Certainly has shored up this Moroccan defence, and they can look to get something now going forward. Ziyech is playing more and more of an important part, combining well, playing as an inverted winger, combining with Hakimi. Another shot blocked. Zwane. Morena. Tau. Nice ball. And that's a cynical foul. Stop the run from Zwane. One number 11 on the other number 11. Zabiri on Zwane. South Africa get the free kick, but they would rather have had the advantage, I think. Still no changes for Hugo Broos' side. Tau does well to keep the ball in play, and he still does well. And in the end, the challenge puts the ball behind. It comes off Tau and goes behind for a goal kick. Very good defending from Aguierd, who shows just how solid he can be defensively. It's not Aguierd, I beg your pardon, it's Abu Khlal who's come back to make the challenge. Morocco are about to make a 5th and final change, and Walid Shedira was a bit part player in the World Cup, Only 5 caps for him. He's going to come on as well now, as coach Regragui plays his final card. Well, Mayambela knew that he wasn't going to be able to keep that ball in play, so he knocked it behind for a goal kick, rather. And here's the change for the Moroccans. Final change, Walid Chedira. There is coach Regragui and his assistant. And En-Nesyri, who's had a pretty quiet game by his standards, is the last man to be substituted. Hasn't had the impact on the game that he would have liked to have had, but Ziyech's moment of brilliance has given Morocco some hope. Mayela heads it away. Crowd don't like the decision. It's a throw-in to the Atlas Lions. Mayela does nicely, and he does even better to find Temba Zwane. South Africans nipping in. We haven't seen them do that much in the past. But the free kick goes against them. Things just getting a little bit scrappy now with 20 minutes to go. Tebogo Mokoena, man adjudged to have committed the foul on the debutant, Youssef Maleh. And again it'll be Ziyech with that left boot, but this time from quite a bit further out. Needs to get the delivery right. The knockdown is decent enough. No trouble for Ronwen Williams. Tau. Offside flag stays down, but Hakimi gets to the ball first. And Morocco come away with it now. They've got a bit of a counter-attack going. See if they can work something. Ziyech comes off the referee, and he's got to stop the game by the letter of the law, surely. He's got to stop the game and give possession to the team that had possession when that was played. He's not stopping the game. And this will be controversial if it leads to something. In the end, it's put behind for a corner, but South Africans have got a legitimate complaint. That's Tapelo Morena. Just have a look at this again. It hits the referee. He's got to stop the game. That's according to the new laws of the game. He doesn't stop the game, and he allows Morocco to sustain an attack. And if they score from this, there'll be a lot of talking about that decision. The corner's not the greatest. It's over the head of a number of players, and Hakimi whips it in. Ball's gone out over the goal line. Tissoudali, man from Ghent in Belgium, born in Amsterdam. Scored on his debut for Morocco under 23s against Cameroon in 2016. "18 minutes to go. Vala. Obas, the nice knockdown. Here they come again. Zwane linking with Tau. Still no sign of any changes in yellow shirts. Ball into the box now. Keeper needs to come, does come. He'll get the free kick for the contact by Lepasa. And Lepasa and Aliamek just exchanging pleasantries. Lepas had every right to go for the ball here, but in the end didn't make a clear-cut attempt to play it, just backed into the goalkeeper, so he was never going to get the decision in his favour. It was always going to go in favour of the goalkeeper. First goal, it's Mokwena plays it back to Percy Tau. Dreadful mistake from the goalkeeper. That was after 5 minutes. Then into the second half, South Africa launched this attack. Swane playing it to Mayambela. He shot, deflecting off the goalkeeper, could have gone anywhere, goes to Lepasa. The celebration is fitting for Clive Barker. And then Ziyech collecting the ball wide on the right-hand side. Goes to the inside. Brilliant finish. Brilliant finish from the Wizard, making the score 2-1. That goal from Morocco has changed the complexion of the game a little bit, but South Africa still creating chances, still having opportunities, and still putting their bodies on the line. No changes at all from the starting lineup for South Africa. Morocco have made all 5 of their changes. So the coach is seeing things very differently here. And 15 minutes for the home side to see out for a famous win. They're unbeaten in their last 6. Might be unbeaten in the last 7 as things go. And this is a Moroccan team, let's not forget, who in the World Cup beat Belgium 2-0, beat Spain on penalties, beat Portugal 1-0, kept clean sheets in all those games, before eventually losing to France 2-0 in the semi-finals and losing the 3rd place playoff to Croatia. Those were the only 2 losses in the World Cup campaign of 7 matches for Morocco, who became the darlings of Africa from that World Cup performance, going all the way to the semi-finals for the very first time that an African nation has done that. So South Africa are going to make a change, and Bongoguhle Hlongwane is coming on to replace the goal scorer Zakele Lepasa. A change up front. The number 12, well, we'll talk about him in a moment, but here's Lepasa's goal. He's not going to score an easier one than that ever in his career. Open goal, and Bongoguhle Hlongwane, who's just 22 years of age, plays his club football now in the United States for Minnesota United. Born in Tembisa, grew up in Maritzburg, had 3 seasons at Maritzburg United, who were relegated the other night after a long sojourn in the top flight. So Hlongwane is on the park. In the meantime, Morocco have a corner. Williams needs to command his area, and he does do so. Falls here to Zarouri. All hands to the pump now for South African defenders. Here's Abu Khlal, looking to try and find a teammate. South Africa brought everybody back, and now there's a potential opening here. Careful defensively. Very well done in the end. Kulu, the man who stood his ground. Man from Azerbaijan. When I say Azerbaijan, that's where he plays his club football. Can't be easy for a South African to learn the language there. But it's going to be all Morocco, you would expect, for the last 10-15 minutes or so. So South Africa have got a lot of defending to do, but so far they've looked comfortable, and it took a wonder goal from the Wizard, Ziyech, to breach their defence. He's had a very good game. I've been very impressed with him. Tapelo Morena coming into the side in place of Papi Mobi, and certainly shown why Coach Hugo Broos has gone with him. Coach Broos, who of course had great success and 4th place for Belgium in his career at the World Cup in 1986, had a 12-year playing career. And now the Moroccans spending a lot of time on the deck, trying to get what they can from the referee here. That's the goal scorer, Ziyech. He's been in a bit of a battle. If anything, he knocks Mokoena off his ground. And South Africa do indeed get the free kick. So consultations aplenty. The Belgian will be very, very happy with the way his side have responded today. Didn't look all that convincing against Liberia. Certainly in the home game. Play on, says the referee. He was right up with play, and now Morocco might get something on the counter, but an important foot in, stopping the progress. So Coach Bruce, who also coached the Cameroon national team in 2016-2017, a good record as coach of Bafana Bafana. 9 wins, 4 draws and only 3 losses in the 16 matches he's been in charge. Is that about to change? We'll talk about crowding it out in the area, and they were all trying to get a touch. Chedira, the substitute, trying to get on the end of that. And South Africa just got enough bodies in the way. Ten minutes to go. It's going to be a big 10 minutes for the side ranked 66th in the world and 12th on the continent, hoping to get a seeded position when the draw comes out for the World Cup qualifiers in July in Benin. Qualifiers which start in November 2023 will run all the way up to October 2025. That World Cup hosted for the first time by 3 countries in North America: United States, Canada and Mexico. Talking of Mexico, they of course were the opening day opponents for Bafana Bafana when they played in World Cup 2010 on this ground and drew 1-1. Famous goal by Sipiwe Chabalala. And then in the last minute of the game, South Africa hit the post. They want a foul, they're not going to get it. The crowd in front of Hakimi, or behind Hakimi, very, very vocal there. And now another mistake. This has got to be number 3. Oh my word! That's the miss of the century. Tebogo Mokoena in a wonderful position to score his 5th goal for Bafana Bafana. A dreadful mistake from the Moroccans yet again. Defensively, have a look at this. I don't know what they were doing. Just playing the ball across the area. Everybody stood off, and Mokoena, he's got to hit the target. He just needs to pick a corner, and he tries to get a little bit too clever and maybe chip the goalkeeper, and in the end he's put it over the bar. What a miss for the player of the season, PSL player of the season, man born in Bethlehem. South African debut against Botswana in an AFCON qualifier in 2018. He scored 4 goals for his country, very nearly had a 5th, should have had a 5th. And Grant Johnson just shakes his head. They are a bit shocked by the way their defence have responded here. That was a dreadful error. They've made so many defensive mistakes today, Morocco. South Africa could have had 5 or 6 goals. But will that miss come back to haunt the home nation? Just the one change they've made so far, bringing on Hlongwane, and they just need to stand firm here, and they do very well to get out of a tight spot and attack again through their main attacking outlet. Percy Tau down that right-hand side, playing as an inverted winger, as is Ziyech for Morocco. This game is wide open enough. We might not yet have seen the end of the goal scoring. Just remind you again, back in March, South Africa were 2-0 up. They conceded 2 late goals to Liberia, and that gave them a mountain to climb in Monrovia. Today they've been defensively much, much more solid. Hlongwane winning an important header there. But is history about to repeat itself? That should be a free kick to the home side. Will be given. Temba Zwane wastes no time. Good vision. And he releases the pass away now to this near side. Here is Hlongwane, going one way, then the other way, and in the end, he's too tricky for himself. He knew what he wanted to do. The execution wasn't that great from the man who plays his club football in Minnesota, in the United States, right up in the north. It's pretty cold there in winter. Morocco have 6 minutes plus stoppage time to find the goal which will take them back to the top of the group. As things stand at the moment, South Africa are topping the group, but they will have finished their matches after today. Morocco will have that one match in September against Liberia, and a win in that one will put Morocco back top of the group. In fact, a draw might even be enough. Now Hakimi. South Africa's defensive pattern is good. They've done a lot of work obviously on that. Here's Ziyech, floating it across the park. That looked like a hand. It's an elementary error again. You don't expect to see this from a side 11th in the world. They've made so many mistakes today. And Abu Khlal here just sticks out his hand to try and control the ball. That's poor. So with 5 minutes to go in this one, South Africa have it all in their own hands. They lead Morocco at the Calabash by 2-1. It's going to be a big 5 minutes this for the home nation. Another mistake by the Moroccans at the back, and South Africa looking to counter, looking to exploit. Abu Khlal does well enough, just gets his body in the way, and it will be a goal kick taken quickly. They don't have time to play with. Ali Yamik. And now we've got an idiot on the field, and security will try and deal with him. That spectator will be frog marched out of the stadium and will spend a fairly cold night behind bars. Well, the crowd enjoyed that. A little bit of light-hearted relief. Don't think the players enjoyed it particularly. If anybody else decides to run onto the field now, most of the security personnel are busy marching that one spectator out of the stadium. Play continues. There'll be a bit of time added on for that. It's broken some Moroccan momentum. Hakimi runs into traffic. The yellow shirts are everywhere in midfield. Here's Hlongwane. Just about keeps the ball in play and does it again, but now didn't find a teammate, and he's played a disappointing ball into the centre of the park and given Morocco possession. Here's Ziyech. He's got a man on the overlap. It was Male. Ziyech couldn't pick him out. That's a free kick. It'll be another Ziyech left footer into the box once more with 2 minutes to go. Ziyech's got the captain's armband now after Saiss left the park. He scored a really terrific goal. So potentially captain against captain. Williams does well, reacts nicely. Would have seen a few white shirts charging towards the ball there. He stood his ground. Walid Shedira trying to get on the ball, trying to get a bit of a deflection. Not happening. Offside flag up one more time. South Africa have been caught offside a number of times in this match so far. As we go into the final minute, foot up. Referee's not allowing that. Foul on Sabiri. That's Batusi Obas on debut. Very physical player. Not allowing Sabiri to get on the ball. South Africa need to try and take the sting out of the game now in these final stages. Here's combining nicely. Direct route is easy to defend by the South Africans. Hlongwane, now Obas. Percy Tau. This is the way they need to play. Just find their men, keep possession, take the sting out of the game. 5 minutes to be added. Morocco have men forward in this attack. It's a crucial header out of defence. And they still have possession. That's a crunching tackle from behind. Referee says it's okay. Moroccan player is squirming on the ground. The referee was right up with play and he saw nothing wrong with it. But the Moroccan players made a remarkable recovery. Williams playing it out of defence. That'll be a throw to South Africa. This will be a big win for the home nation if they can see it home. And I suppose he got a lot of the ball, but he got the man as well, Tebogo Mokoena. I suppose that's fair enough. He did play the ball. It's a hard tackle from a hard man in midfield. That, however, oh, the referee's playing an advantage here. Ziyech. Lovely pass. Is there something on here for Morocco? The angle was tight. In the end, it was a bit too tight. He's trying hard. Anas Zaroury will be playing Premier League football in England next season with Burnley. Shouldn't beat a goalkeeper from that angle. Crowd are excited, they're in good voice. Job not done yet though. Here's Percy Tau. Corner to South Africa, that'll suit them down to the ground. They want the ball up this side of the field. Mayambela's had a good game, might have had a goal, but inadvertently created a goal for Lepasa. Moroccans looking a little bit dejected at the end of this piece. South Africa will try and keep it in the corner as much as they can. Tau and Zwane trying to do just that. Referee gives the free kick to the Moroccans. They've got less than 2 minutes now. Aguirre. Mayambela going in the book for a challenge. Mayambela collecting the latest yellow in the game. It's been a game relatively free of cards from this Chadian official. He's tried to let the game flow as much as possible. Morocco are not finished yet. Hakimi! And Williams makes an outstanding save. There was a terrific chance. Chedira trying to get the goal, and in the final minute of the game, Ronwen Williams stands firm. It comes to him here. It's a glancing shot. However, the danger still not averted. Can South Africa see this out? Will Morocco find the goal? They're trying hard. They're throwing everything into it in these dying stages. South Africa defending and defending again. This time it hits the referee. I don't think he knows that law. He's letting play continue. One more time. It's the second time it's happened in the game. He looks at his watch. 5 minutes not quite up yet. South Africa have possession. They just need to keep it. Percy Tau. Nice ball forward. They might do better than that though. It slipped in for Mayabella. Shot and a brilliant block from Aguerd in the dying stages. What's the referee given here? I think he's blown for the foul. Well, they don't know what's going on. They're saying, come on, 5 minutes are up. And there is the final whistle. And South Africa have seen it out for a famous win against Morocco, against the side ranked #1 on the continent. South Africa go to the top of the group. Well, that's not a handball. He's kept his hand by his side. It's a terrific win for Hugo Broos' side, his 10th win in his 17th match in charge. A big occasion for Bafana Bafana. They've done it here. And Percy Tau is the man who started the scoring, but not a goal that he knew too much about. Zakele Lepasa, who was later substituted, had a tap-in goal. They were 2-0 up, South Africa, but this time they hung on despite the moment of brilliance from the Wizards here. And Moroccan players are taking this hard. They haven't done particularly well in their last 3 matches since beating Brazil by 2-1 in March. But it's celebration time at the Calabash as South Africa beat the Lions of North Africa, the Atlas Lions, by 2-1. Morocco had more of the possession. South Africa had 6 shots on target. They scored with 2 of them. Morocco had 5. They scored with 1 of them. Fairly even stats all the way through. A game of just 2 yellow cards. Not all that many fouls given by the referee. But at the end of the day, it's South Africa who take the glory and move to the top of Group K, at least temporarily. That's what it looks like at the moment. South Africa on 7 points, Morocco on 6. With Morocco having the better goal difference, so if Morocco draw against Liberia, at least they'll move back to the top of the group. But South Africa won't be worried about that. That final match on the 4th of September, Morocco at home to Liberia. But South Africa ending their campaign with a solid performance.
Guys, okay. Coach Walid, would you say a game of 2 halves, looking at the first and the second half, how you played?
No, I'm very happy because it's a tough game today. You know what I said before the game, everybody wants to win Morocco. You look the spirit of the Bafana Bafana today. He gave his life, and I think he deserves the victory today. We do a lot of mistakes. It's a lot of the season. I change a lot in my team, but we learn about this team. You know, Africa is different. We know that. It's the last of the season. I want to say congratulations to the Bafana Bafana. For us, it's very important to learn about this game. A lot of mistakes. We change a lot of the player, but it's not the excuse. You can to draw in the last, but before Bafana Bafana can to score the first goal. I think is one game of the last of the season. You can learn, you can to learn. What is important now is the holidays. You recover good for September.
And would you say for you, this was about giving players opportunity? And what did you think?